it's difficult to explain that to customers. They have a hard time understanding that the tree's dying from drought stress because the soil's too wet. And I have to explain to them that your root system is not functioning, and that's why it's getting drought stress, because we see drought stress symptoms on the tree. The first thing we notice is that it starts to get off color. Mm-hmm. The tree looks nice and green, and then the next thing you know, you look out the window and it's just kind of a pale green. Mm-hmm. And that's your first clue. And then they start to progress to leaf drop and starting to turn yellow, and then the leaf drop accelerates, and then all of a sudden the tree turns brown and the leaf drop stops. And those leaves stay attached to the tree because that tree is dead.
How long of a process is that?
That can be as quick as a couple of weeks, sometimes even less. I've had customers report to me that it only took a week, that they called when it started to turn pale green, and by the time I got there, that tree was dead.
Yeah.
At first, when we started to see this, I was trying to save the infected trees. And after failing over and over and over, I realized this is not going to work. And I had to change my approach. And what we do now is we try to save the adjacent trees.
Right.
And we try to coach on watering. You're right. The environmental conditions did create a perfect storm for this. We went from a historic drought to the wettest year on record. And it's like this head snapping change of direction for a tree that's been there 100 years. Mm-hmm. And they don't like that. And as you said, a lot of the roots were dead. The tree is stressed. It's already immunocompromised because of this terrible drought. And now all of a sudden it's getting hit with these opposite conditions that are equally bad for it, if not worse. And they start succumbing to the disease. That definitely describes the pattern that I saw.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing the same things in the same time period. But that disease is lethal. And once you see the symptoms, unfortunately, it's too late.
Right.
So where I think that we've kind of missed as an industry is getting word to our customers that it's so important to be proactive with plant health. Mm-hmm. Often we're reactive. We don't get calls until there is a problem, and it's harder to fix a problem than to prevent a problem. And I think that this disease in particular is a microcosm of that, and very, very illustrative of that concept that it's important to be out in front on plant health diseases.